Zanu-PF, the People's Party, is committed to improve the people's livelihoods and quality of life, as well as the achievement of common prosperity. We will, in this regard, attend and revitalize the strained conditions in all our social services sector with focus on the health delivery system, improving the quality and relevance of education and the need for water and sanitation provision. The Zanu-PF government will continue to prioritize the access of affordable, quality health care, the rehabilitation of public health care infrastructure, and construction of new health care facilities, particularly in rural and resettlement areas. In addition, the importance to supporting operational research and also developing a vibrant pharmaceutical industry to increase the availability and affordability of drugs are areas which will be boldly addressed by my government. Housing is an integral issue in our lives and relates not only people's livelihood, but also to the development of the country. As such, the Zanu-PF government is alive to the need to provide decent housing for all communities, especially women, youths, and the vulnerable members of our society. In this regard, plans are underway to increase housing provision, leveraging on new technologies through both government and the private sector partnerships. Noting the haphazard, unplanned, and often chaotic sprouting of urban developments over recent years, plans are also in place to ensure the realignment of service provision standards in all areas, such as water and reticulation, electricity, roads, water and sanitation, among other support infrastructure in those areas. Although these may not be achieved overnight, we are more resolved to address all the problems standing in the way of decent house supply. Meanwhile, the party has a zero tolerance for land barons and those found on the wrong side of the law will be brought to book without fear or favor. We currently have a commission of inquiry for urban development and housing, which is work in progress, and the preliminary reports to me indicate that a lot of people will be brought to book. Comrades, the party is mindful of the plight of the rural populations and the need to develop and create rural economies and improve the overall quality of lives of our people at the grassroots level. Through the initiatives from government, as well as the goodwill from friendly countries, we shall increase the availability and access of clean water through the drilling of more boreholes, accelerating the electrification of our rural areas. I would like to mention here that my government has since acquired and drilling rigs. We are going to have 10 of them. But so far, 5 are already in the country, which go up to 1,000 meters. So there will be a drilling rig in each province which can go down to 1,000 meters. So people in Wange, you are covered. Or any other area which is very dry. I don't think there's any place in Zimbabwe where water is more than 1,000 meters away from the surface. Comrades, education is the foundation of national development and is the key to raising a new generation that will create a better future through the passing on of culture, knowledge, and skills. The last 37 years of our independence has witnessed an unparalleled increase in the number of schools and institutions of higher learning, as well as learners attending school. Going forward, the provision of quality education will be a key focus of the Zanu-PF government in order to lay a firm foundation for the development of quality human resources for the country's social economic requirements for the future. In this regard, we are determined to achieve quality, inclusive, and equitable education encompassing all different aspects of education. We have, however, noted the shortages of educational infrastructure within primary, secondary, and institutions of higher learning. Government will directly ensure expansion of available infrastructure and will also, in some instances, pursue investments into this sector through different financing models, such as joint ventures, build, operate, and transfer, or PPs. Equally, we remain concerned that many deserving learners prematurely end their academic journey due to the lack of finance, like we saw yesterday, the First Lady on TV assisting some young lady. To this end, the Zanu-PF will continue to provide vulnerable learners with education assistance, the Basic Education Assistance Model BEAM. In addition, the need for flexible and affordable student loan financing is imperative, and the government will facilitate the development of innovative, responsive, and affordable credit facilities to ensure sustainable education financing of higher education. The Zanu-PF government is committed to do everything possible to ensure that education remains relevant. The implementation of the updated competence-based curriculum will be accelerated. In addition, institutions of higher learning will be urged to increase collaboration with industry, as well as encourage research and development, innovation, and ICT-based knowledge growth to ensure that the whole spectrum of the education is relevant to our economic growth agenda and supports and sustains the transition from school to the world of work across the board on the planet. Comrades, the country demographics show that the women and the youth constitute a larger percentage of our population. As such, to ignore this important sector will be very, very much to our detriment. This is an important sector which will be capacitated and is potential for the growth of our nation. The Zanu-PF government will thus continue to accelerate strategies that increase the participation of women and the youth in both the economy and the government. Of equal importance is the plight of workers, people living with disabilities, as well as veterans of our liberation struggle. The youths are the future of Zimbabwe, and the Zanu-PF government will continue to create an environment that will help them to fully participate in the country's development. More importantly, we must ensure that sustainable and broad-based youth empowerment programs and policies are advanced and implemented as a matter of extreme urgency.